speak life. Oh, 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 oh. You speak life. Oh, 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 oh. Some days my tongue gets twisted. Other days my thoughts just fall apart. I do, I don't, I will, I won't. It's like I'm drowning in the deep. It's crazy to imagine words from our lips as the arms of compassion. Mountains crumble with every syllable. Hope can live or die. Speak life, speak life to the deadest, darkest night. Speak life, speak life. When the sun won't shine, you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken hearted. Watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope. You speak love, you speak, you speak.
Good morning. I don't need to speak because they've sung everything I was going to say. The daily word this morning, it's funny how these things turn up just when you want them. So the daily word this morning said, divine order. I am divinely imprinted with all that I need to succeed. And the kingdom of God is as if someone would scatter seed on the ground and the seed would sprout and grow and it doesn't know how. That's from Mark. So this is very different what I'm going to do this morning. I don't have any props. I know. But I don't need props. It's not a comedy. Maybe not. This is a story about love and fear, serendipity, trust and faith, friendship, generosity and community, and how God guides and leads in his mysterious ways. It's my story. And it ranges from November of 2004 to February of 2005. Early in November of 2004, I went to a sweat lodge, and it was very, very uplifting and very spiritual. I had to put my dog down the next day, so I needed that spirit to lead me and to know that I was making the right decision for her. And we did that. And then the next weekend, Beth and I, who had just started to develop a good, we'd been friends for years, but to develop more, we went on a 3-day Native American weekend down south somewhere. And again, another sweat lodge. There was ceremony all weekend, and I had this headache that just wouldn't go away. And they're giving me ice, they're giving me Excedrin, I'm having healing sessions, and it just throbbing headache. And I would lie down on the ice, I'd feel fine. I did a sweat lodge again. Good grief, what was I thinking? But again, Spirit was moving me, and I knew I had to be there for a reason. Got home, unpacked and everything. Next morning, I wake up with double vision, and this eye is totally frozen. Dear. I had absolutely no idea, so I'm taking my eye and I'm shifting it around, and I'm trying to move it, and it would not move. Okay, what do I do now? So I make some phone calls, and somebody takes me to an optometrist because I don't think I can drive at this state. Go to the optometrist. He puts drops in my eyes. He looks at my eye and says, you need to get to the ER as soon as possible. You possibly have brain cancer or a brain tumor, and you're jaundiced. I said, I'm not jaundiced because you just put yellow dye in my eyes. I don't have a brain tumor and I don't have brain cancer. I have something to do with my sinuses. No, get to the ER. No. So I didn't. I didn't have any health insurance either, so I was not going to go to any doctor in the ER. So I got myself an eye patch, and I looked absolutely lovely in it. And I messed around for the next week, just making phone calls. What can I do? And I finally went to see a primary care doctor, and he said, go and have an MRI. Do you know how much MRIs cost if you don't have health insurance? That's ridiculous. No, I'm not doing that. Can you have a blood test? Do you know how much they cost? I'm not doing that either. I'm going to have a Reiki session, and then I'm going to have acupuncture, and then I'm going to have some craniosacral, and I'm going to have all this other stuff that doesn't involve doctors because I don't have the money. So we're now halfway through November, and Beth and I go off to Crystal River. And we have a very contemplative fun weekend, but I had time on my own to look into the water and start praying. And I'm like, I'm bargaining now. What do you want me to do with this? What are you trying to show me? I promise I'll be good if only you let my eye come back to normal. You know, the 6-year-old comes into play. I promise I'll be good. I promise I'll be good. I promise I'll be good. And God is like, not there. Where are you? Where are you when I need you? And he's probably talking to me and I'm just not listening because I have my mouth going. But I'd also had, with acupuncture, the acupuncturist had given me Chinese tea. Have you ever had this Chinese tea herb stuff they give you? Eye of scorpion, ear of bat, puppy dog tails, spider venom. Who knows? What are the ingredients? They're in Chinese. I have no idea what I'm taking. And the stuff smelled awful. We were cooking it up in the room at Crystal River and it was just stinking the whole But I drank it. Oh, it was disgusting. Beth wouldn't try it. I don't know why. So I'm still, saying, I can do this myself, I can do this myself, I can do this myself. Don't need God because I can do this myself. Get through Thanksgiving. By now, if you get near me, you can hear my heartbeat in my ear. This eye is still not moving. I'm still getting hold of it. And I also have shingles. So I'm thinking, maybe the shingles virus got into my eyes and this is what it's doing. So at the beginning of December now, I have a new client that comes in for a massage. Turns out, see, the God's doing his serendipity stuff now. Turns out that she is a blood tech somewhere in Merritt Island. And I tell her my story and she says, I'll do your blood work for $40. I'll do all of the tests for $40. And I said, the only thing that you will find wrong, I have high cholesterol and I don't have a prostate. We know that. Okay. So I went down and did the blood test. As I suspected, high cholesterol. Okay. It's in my sinuses. I kept saying, it's in my sinuses. Nobody would listen. Next door to the blood place is a place called neuroskeletal imaging. Oh, they do MRIs there. I call them up. How much do you charge for an MRI? So I told him in a little bit of what's going on. Could you be here at 10:30 tonight with this amount of money? That's my mortgage money. So again, I'm with the money. Okay, all right, I'll be there, 10:30 tonight. So Beth takes me down there because I cannot drive in the dark. And one eye, I'm not good at driving in the dark anyway. And by now it's getting near to Christmas, so all the Christmas lights are starting to bother me. I'm driving to work because I know where the red lights are and know which way I have to turn, and that's it. But I'm not driving after dark. So anyway, 10:30 we go down to the MRI place. They stick me in the tube for 2.5 hours. There's no music to help through. And I know how terrifying or claustrophobic they can be, so I just closed my eyes and I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed, and I'm listening to the boop, 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 2.5 hours. Very hypnotic, if you can let it go. Get through the MRI. Okay. We need you to come back tomorrow. I don't have any more money. Can you come up with half of what you came up with tonight and be back here in cash? Everything's in cash. And be here at 10:30, and we'll go do another MRI. Okay. So I go back for another MRI. I'm in there again for another substantial amount of time. Get out of there. I still haven't got a diagnosis. Still praying. Okay, God, what are you doing? The serendipity of the blood work leading to the MRI. Okay, now still talking about money. You need to come back again tonight for an MRA. Well, what the heck is an MRA? We're going to look at your arteries. Okay. I don't have the money. Well, can you come up with half of what you came up with last night in cash and be here at 10:30 tonight? Okay, so I'm literally sofa diving now. We're looking in the teapot. We're looking anywhere where there might be some change to try and get the money to go. Go back, and they said, so they gave me the results. The next day they said, we need you to come back again for another MRA. We need to do it with contrast. I don't have any more money. Really, I don't. This one's free. You need to get here. 10:30 tonight. Okay, I get there. They do another MRA. I come out and they said, you need to get to the emergency room as soon as possible, and don't go in Brevard County. Nobody can help you. You need to get to Florida Hospital now. You have a carotid cavernous fistula, and it's leaking into your sinus cavities. I'm right. I'm right. I win. The sinus. Okay. Get to the ER now. Oh, I don't have time to go to the ER now. So, and he also said, if this thing bursts, you have 15 seconds. We suggest that you start making your arrangements. I don't have time to die. So, Beth, I'm not going tonight, and I'm not going tomorrow. We'll go Saturday, because I can live that long. So, I call my lawyer, and I tell her what's going on, and I said, I need to make some arrangements. I've got to give somebody a power of attorney, medical. I have to give them my life. I have this person called Beth who is in my life, and what do? She said, I'll call you back. She calls me back, give her everything. She's okay. So I assumed that there was a background check. I give her my life. She can sign my check. She can sell my house. She can do anything. You know, she can say DNR. Don't bother with her. I got the house. So, carotid cavernous fistula. What is it caused by? Stress. 2004. I don't know who was around in 2004 here. We had 3 hurricanes affect us. I had a broken relationship. I refinanced my house. I had 3 dogs die. I had my kitchen redone. And I was fine. I was not stressed at all. Thank you. Shingles is also linked to stress. So, we go to the 18th of December, it's a Saturday, we go to the ER at Florida Hospital. They want to give me prednisone. I don't want prednisone. How much is prednisone going to cost me? You're not going to put on 20 pounds. I don't want prednisone. It's not good for you. Well, do you want to get treated? Yes, I want to get treated. Then take the prednisone. Okay, so I take the prednisone. You need a CAT scan. I don't need a CAT scan. I've got MRIs here. I can't afford. Do you want to get treated? Blah, blah, blah. So we went through that whole thing of CAT scanning and everything. Yes, you definitely need surgery. We're going to take you back there. Somebody will be down to take you upstairs soon. All right. 18 hours later, I'm still down in the ER. I'm laying on this gurney. I'm freezing cold. Beth had gone out to get some food, and they wouldn't let her back in. And what had happened was, do you remember the film The Birdcage with Robin Williams? And that is on a loop, playing and playing and playing and playing. I need to go to the loo. You can't go to the toilet. We've had a riot at the prison, and they're bringing in the prisoners, and you have to stay here. We have to lock you in. But you are potentially life-threatened, and we'll get to you when we can. Okay, whatever. So we peek outside, literally, because I'm going, I've got to pee. The prisoners are being led in. They're handcuffed to the prison officers, to the sheriff. There is blood everywhere. There'd obviously been some stabbings and whatever. So they let me out to the loo. I come back in again, lay down, watch The Birdcage again. 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been there since 10 o'clock the previous morning. 6 o'clock in the morning, I come in. We're ready to take you upstairs now. So I get off the bed. Oh, no. You're potentially life-threatened. You have to lay down, and we're going to take you up to critical care. Okay. So we go off to critical care, and they leave me there for 4 hours, all hooked up to these machines. My head is throbbing. They're giving me, I don't know whether they gave me meds or not, but this heartbeat still going on. And then they come in after 4 hours and say, yes, you are definitely potentially life-threatened, and you need surgery as soon as possible, but your surgeon is on his honeymoon. He won't be back until January. Okay, so this is, as I said, the 18th, 19th of December. I get through Christmas with all these Christmas lights. In the background, I don't know that Beth is making a lot of phone calls, that the community, I was at Unity of Melbourne then, that they are banding together to gather money, that the massage therapy community is sending donations. I don't know any of this. I'm completely clueless because my brain is, I was not thinking clearly in these times. So all these checks start arriving, and we are paying the ER, and we're paying, whatever we have to pay. And so we get to the 7th of January is when he came back. So we saw the surgeon on the 17th of January, and he said, yes, you are definitely potentially life-threatened. You need surgery as soon as possible. I can do you in February. Okay, can you get me in on my 50th birthday? No, we can do it a week after that. All right. So by this time, this eye is really, really, really bad, and the other eye is starting to freeze as well. So I get my magic eye book out. These books that you look through these weird pictures and you get to see a picture. So I've got this on the toilet, and I'm trying to see these images. I'm trying to exercise the eyes because I didn't want the muscles to atrophy. Even though the doctor said, oh, you don't need to do that. Yes, I needed to do it. I felt that I was guided to do it. Come surgery day, we get there, and the finance office is saying that you cannot go and have surgery before you pay us some money. The surgeon's saying, no, you come with me. She can go to the finance office and, just let them figure it out. Moving back a bit, when I'd seen the surgeon the first time, we said, how much is this going to cost? And he said, we're going to do a concierge thing that we're introducing, and it will cost $13,000. And I said, okay, well, that's doable. I could get a loan, and that wouldn't be horrible. It would take some time to pay it off, but it wouldn't be horrible. So I go and I have the surgery, and it's a complete success. It's a 4-hour surgery. I go upstairs, and, now I'm being looked after. So I've discovered that nursing staff don't talk to each other, because there was a big debate of where to put the aspirin. A big debate of where to put the aspirin, so I decided to take it orally because they had no clue. They also told me to fill up this big jug with urine, and I said, well, I'll go to the loo and do that. No, you can't get out of bed and walk with a brace. Yes, I can. So the surgery was the femoral artery here. They traveled all the way up to behind my eye with glue, staples, coils, cameras, light. What else, Beth? That was about it. That was enough. So you can imagine how tiny, tiny, tiny these things are, and what a long journey it is to get from the femoral into the carotid. They didn't go directly into the carotid because it's pretty dangerous. If that goes, you die. 15 seconds. So there's no communication between these nursing staff. I'm the one hooked up to all the machines. She's asleep in the chair, and they say, which one is the patient? Well, it would be her. She's sleeping. Have you eaten? No, I haven't. Oh, we'll take care of that. I mean, it was just a complete farce. One day I'm going to write a play about it. It was ridiculous. So I'd also been seeing a neuro-ophthalmologist in the interim between having the surgery, and he said, you will always have double vision. You will never get the sight of this eye back properly. And I went, yeah, well. So I'm doing my magic eye thing. I'm doing my eye aerobics, and had the surgery, still had double vision. They finally let me out, went home the next day, and I feel fabulous because I've got this heartbeat is no longer in my ear. The headache is gone. And I had booked a cruise way before I got sick, and Beth and I went on a cruise to Mexico. So we are in Cancun, and we go to a place called Xcaret, and it's like a very rural SeaWorld, and I get to swim with the dolphins. And that dolphin spent so much time with me, and it was like there was a sacred connection, because I could feel it. And if you put up that picture, Danny? Yeah, so it's this eye, and it's still a little frozen. No, it's that eye, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that eye. So it's still a little frozen, but it's starting to loosen. And after I got through with the dolphin, it changed. Everything started to change within the eyes. So I got the movement back. I got my vision back. I did not have any more double vision. And that was fantastic. Can you put the one up of Beth and I at Christmas? So this is me in my eye patch. Yes, we're looking fabulous as we're going to a Christmas party. Because you have to laugh your way through it, right? Because I was determined it wasn't going to get me down and I wasn't going to die in 15 seconds. So to finish up, we got the bill. It was not $13,000. It was more like $75,000. And I just laughed. And I said, you know what, this is not right. We went back to the surgeon. He said, this is not right. So we paid the anesthetist. We paid the doctors that we had to pay. And the rest of it was taken care of somehow. And I don't know how, and I don't want to know how. To me, that's a miracle. And here I am to tell the tale. And I am extremely grateful because it was life-changing. It was very, very scary. But it's my story, and I am grateful to be here because I have a deeper connection to everything. So, thank you.